Now, speaking of Suntech, to get more in the solar space, joining us live from San Francisco this morning, we have the Chief Commercial Officer of Suntech, Andrew Beebe, is here to share his time. Andrew, good to have you on the program. Andrew, talk to me about these anti-dumping duties, some have called it, over on the U.S. side. Now, I know Suntech is being taxed at a lower rate, but has this had an impact so far on Suntech's business?
Suntech is very, very bullish about the U.S. market. We've been here for a long time. We have over 200 employees here in the U.S., and we have a factory in Arizona, in Goodyear, Arizona. So we've made a real investment to this region, to this market, and the tariffs, regardless of the outcome, allow us to continue to stay committed to the market.
Now, there's talk, Andrew, that these tariffs could come from other countries as well. What are you hearing?
We've heard rumblings around the world, but one of the things that's exciting about solar over the last 5 years is it's become a global industry. Solar is now a global supply chain, and as the market leader, Suntech is the #1 solar company in the world. We have spent a concerted effort building not just access to market in 5 different regions around the world that encompass over 100 countries where we're selling product, and we've sold product for the last 10 years, but a new focus on our supply chain. And that means that any panel that we make, whether we make it in Arizona, whether we make it in Japan, whether we make it in China, has sourcing from around the world. In fact, over 50% of each panel made is sourced from outside of China in terms of the components. That means we'll buy silicon from Michigan in the United States, we'll buy junction boxes from Europe, and glass from Japan. It's that kind of globalization of the industry that's changed the dynamics, and it's changed a lot of the politics, because politicians, as they look into these issues of local manufacturing demands and other kind of barriers to entry, are realizing that this is a global industry, and they want to keep it that way by protecting free, fair, and open trade.
What about the politics of the business itself? Because some are looking at the oversupply, and hence we had solar panel prices really being crimped. Have you seen this oversupply narrow at this point? Are we still going to expect these low prices for solar panels in the future ahead?
The goal of our business and the goal of the industry overall is to make solar affordable. So in many ways, what you're seeing is actually great news. It's a terrific time to be a customer of solar. And one thing I want to point out, there's been a lot of sort of doom and gloom talk about this industry. We are expecting, and every analyst out there is expecting, demand for this product and in this industry to actually grow this year, as it has for the last 20 years. It's going to grow at a smaller rate, something like 5 to 10%. And it's that growth that keeps this industry growing and expanding. But it's absolutely true that in the last few quarters, we've seen a consolidation because of this oversupply. We called this about a year ago. We've been talking about it on our earnings calls, and we took proactive and ready measures in Q4 of last year to lower our operating expense and to make sure that we were ready for this period of oversupply. But at the same time, our customers, for a long time, we've been talking to our customers about quality and about the fact that this is not a commodity product, because you need it to last for 25 years.
Andrew, you keep talking about growth, but we've seen 4 U.S. solar companies, including Solyndra, failing since last summer. Qcells in Germany, which was once the largest solar panel maker, has filed for bankruptcy. So what about Suntech? Have you had to cut down on your workforce as well, cut some jobs?
Yeah, I mean, what we've seen from our customers is this pitch to them of, hey, let's focus on quality, fell on deaf ears last year when there was so much supply in the market. But today they're coming back to us. And in fact, new customers are coming back to us as well, because you can't go wrong going with #1 in very uncertain times.
Okay, Andrew, one more question for you. Do you think that Suntech and other Chinese solar panel makers do have an unfair advantage? For instance, we do have Solar Worlds contending that Chinese companies have flooded the market with cells and panels at prices that are less than your production costs and less than what you actually sell at home in China as well.
Yeah, I mean, we should be perfectly clear on this issue, as we have been from the beginning. We're a New York Stock Exchange listed, publicly traded company. We don't sell product at below our cost, and there's nothing unfair about free, fair, and open trade. So I think this issue will go away, along with a lot of the politics of the issue, and we'll realize that around the world there's a very, very competitive marketplace, and there will be winners and losers, but market leaders are going to be here to stay.
Andrew, thank you so much for your time today. Suntech's Chief Commercial Officer Andrew Beebe joining us live this morning from San Francisco.